Hey guys, my name's Josh. I'm with ActionOffroadUTV. This is Scott.
What's up?
We are just wrapping up our first trip ever to Sand Hollow. We've been here for a week, riding as many trails as we possibly can. We hooked up with Ryan and the Off-Camber Industries guys. We got to meet some cool guys, Revolution Off-Road guys. Everybody's been super cool out here, helpful. Ryan's taken us all over the place, showed us the ropes. Broken axle last night. Good thing it was the last night of our trip. We were following him out to Plan B, and we snapped it in the sand dunes. I hit something earlier that day, and we spent the whole day in the maze, so I'm glad it didn't happen there. Could have been bad.
Got it. Hey, I told you I'm learning as I go.
Damn, bro.
I thought I had it tight though.
You're savage. This is just to get you home.
Yep.
Oh yeah. So I'm running mobbing two-wheel right now with no axle. I'm in a Honda Talon, Scott.
21 Turbo S Velocity.
I also have an upgraded, got the turbo, 4-inch portals,
Big beep.
35s.
Did you wear your flip-flops the entire time out here?
Took them off. I was pretty much shoeless most of the time.
Yeah.
It just kind of got in the way. Kicked them off.
Yeah. And then Scott, what's in your hand there?
I'm a big Coors Light fan. If you're out there listening, send me some.
Yeah, he wants to be sponsored by Coors Light.
Let's try some quick walkarounds maybe on the cars.
Yeah.
In this one.
Do it.
So this is the 2021 Turbo S Velocity. It's a two-seater. It came with the Walker Evans. I went ahead and upgraded, did all dual rate Zebro springs, the long travel or whatever, high clearance Zebros, upper and lower, A-arms, trailing arms, the radius rods. They made sick high clearance radius rods. MBRP exhaust. We built this cage at Dimensions Off-Road. Thanks, Ty. We did it this way so that we could run the Razorback off-road, flip down, real glass windshield. So I strap it right to the hood. This thing rips with the windshield up or down, and then it locks in here. The soft top's not on right now because we're about to throw them up on the trailer, but we recycled an old Jeep top and cut a custom soft top for this, and it worked out great. Let's see, out here we went to UTV Pros, and these are my OG Chupacabra mirrors. Shout out to those guys, but I just picked up Nick's brand new mirrors, so I'm excited to use those and then get the pod lights that you can put on them. And then back to running the 35s on this car. These are a 35-14. I'm running the Method. It's a 4.3 offset. So sitting right now as it is, I'm about 80 inches wide. And with doing this, we pulled the transmission and did a pretty hefty gear reduction. And it powers through. Shout out to Warren. I got their bumper and the Axon 4500S. And luckily we've only had to use it a couple times. Tree kickers, shout out to 864 Off-Road. These are the same 120 wall as the cage, and these things take a beating and you cannot tell. And then underneath the car, if we can pan down there, is SSS Off-Road skid plate, and we beat the crap out of it and it does not show. So you can see how thick this thing is. And it runs a full car. Oh yeah, I run 0 sway bars, nothing in the front, nothing in the rear. So I went with Sandcraft limit straps, and it, I don't know, hopefully keeps those axles from popping out and it won't tear up these shocks. Ooh, and the steering stabilizer, a lot of people don't know about it or probably want it. I get almost no bump steer, and that's up in here. So a lot of guys will mount their winch up over this front diff, and I did the plate, which I think kind of acts like a gusset kit as well, but I don't get any play when I'm smashing over a rock.
Custom seats.
Oh yeah.
welded to fit.
We got a 3-year-old, so we put Aces Racing bench seat. And I did not like the way that these fit at all. I didn't like the LNW lowering bases. I'm pretty lanky. So I cut all that stuff out and I welded my own brackets underneath these seats. But we can put our 3-year-old in the center harness between me and my wife and keep her snug and safe. What else is in here? I got the NRP gated shifter. So with having the 3-year-old, I went ahead and did the high lock and the park lock. So if we're cruising and I put it into high, she cannot kick that out. And then just like that with rock crawling, if I'm in low and I'm gonna tip backwards, I'm a slap away from hitting reverse and at least getting back out of it.
This is the 2020 Honda Talon 1000 X4 live valve. Done some upgrades to it. I've got the shock therapy dual rate springs, the 1.5 inch forward A-arms, high clearance, a super ATV. I don't think anyone else makes any yet. Oh, the steering stabilizer right here. See it? Yeah, I don't have one. So I break my wrists every time I hit a rock pretty hard. Snap them. So I'll be upgrading that as soon as I can. Cage, it's custom by Chris Reynolds at Warhead Off-Road. He makes a very sturdy cage. It's the 120. Super sturdy. He also made my rear radius rods here. You can see them. First set he's ever made. I'm the guinea pig and they are badass. Thick. Show them the
inside.
show them our little logo here, issue number 1. So yeah, you can, this is the Titan. You can find this at warheadoffroad.com or get a hold of Chris Reynolds on any of the Talon Facebook groups. He's around. Also in here, I've got the GDP 4-inch dual idler portals. That gave me about 10 inches more width. Obviously the 4 inches more clearance. But with the spring upgrade and those, I'm sitting quite a bit higher. I honestly don't know how much, but I was like 12 stock. I bet I'm at like 18 right now. It allowed me to put the 35s on, the Maxxis Godzillas, of course. The wheels are the System 3 SB5s. I've been super happy with them. They run good. Part I missed about this is my spare tire carrier. Allows access to your trunk. This is that Moose box. I can put a link to the where you can find this. It's about $150 compared to the Honda one that's I think around $400, but it fits like it was made for it. As you can see here, I do have the Craftworks turbo kit that just recently was released. We met up with Andy DeSoto out here, who's kind of the face of them. We rode around with him and his Talon. We did the shoot and some stuff. It was good times. Thanks, Andy. He's out running co-pilot for Honda right now in the Baja 500. So, kind of jealous of him. What else do we have?
Get a good zoom in on that turbo.
Oh, Trinity exhaust. Here. My spring's a little messed up. We had an issue on the road, so I had to pull it tight. But that is the Craftworks. I am super impressed with it. It was kind of game changer for Talon owners. That and the portals. I think I would like to try and do a pedal commander if I can, kind of smooth things out. I'm still getting used to the touchiness of the pedal, but it's a lot less tricky than it was stock, that's for sure. So,
Especially when you're barefoot, right?
yeah, well, barefoot's better. Try not to wear anything I don't have to on the road.
What's your guys' goal with Action Off-Road? I mean,
Make movies, ride, have fun, meet people, network.
Yeah,
just
ride as
enjoy
much
it.
as we can, wherever we can.
Yeah.
We plan on coming back out here, I think in October. There's a big UTV takeover. It's kind of tough because what is it to get here, 11 hours?
Yeah. Colorado, we're from
Yeah.
Pueblo and Parker, which is central to Denver, both of them really. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, Travis came out with us earlier this week. He's also from Colorado. And he's gonna start riding with us. And one cool thing, so he owns a super built Can-Am and a super built XP1000 turbo. Both of them are more sand cars. He just got the chance to purchase Ryan from Off Camber's 4-seat Turbo S Velocity, built just like this one, and he took it. So now he can do a lot of the rock crawling stuff with us as well. So that's going to be cool to see that car out with us. And hopefully that car comes back here in October when we come back for that UTV takeover.
We're gonna have a secret tent set up, by the way, on the other side of the tunnel. Secret stuff. So make sure you come through the tunnel and check us out.
And tell me a little bit about how this bromance started between you two.
I don't know, honestly. I was trying to figure out how to get license plates for Moab on a Facebook group, and he chimed in and then messaged me and told me not to tell anybody because it was top secret. And then I got them in like 4 days. I had them, and then we just started riding from there. And well, everywhere we go, we ride.
So you met on Tinder.
Basically, yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
What
well,
else?
And what's your favorite thing about riding?
Getting away from my kids.
Oh, stop. You're supposed
I
to
like
say
getting away from
spending
my
time
kids.
with my
Nothing wrong with
wife.
that.
yeah.
Spending time with my wife and my boyfriend.
It's, I don't know, it gets your adrenaline pumping on
Yeah.
a lot of the stuff, that's for sure. Colorado, I love it, all the scenery, scenic, long rides. Lake City's insane, Taylor Park's insane.
Buena Vista's good.
Yeah, we'll be in Taylor Park in July. Buena Vista, we can run Chinamans.
Colorado's not like this though. You can't really touch this. I don't feel like the
don't-
stuff here is it's unreal.
Moab can't touch Sand Hollow.
And this place will kill you if you're not careful. If you don't have a backup plan, I think you could wind up in trouble if you're not careful. So it's really good idea when you get out here. Try and meet up with one of the locals here. Andy DeSoto's a good guy. He lives here. You know, he's the Craftworks guy. He'll take you out on rides. Ryan from Off Camber, he'll ride you anywhere. He rides as much as he can every night. I'm pretty sure. Whoever wants to go, he'll take them. Just make sure you tag him in your videos. That's the
Revolution
courteous thing to
Off-Road.
do. Yeah,
Yeah, you
Revolution.
can walk right in their door. If they have anything to help you, they can help you. Bring extra parts. I brought 2 sets of A-arms, 2 sets of axles, 2 separate sets of tie rods. You just don't know. And if you come out, there's a lot of people out here that can help you, but if they don't have the parts, they can't.
For instance, not a lot of people have a Talon. Nobody here works on them except for factory. What is it, factory? I don't know. It's the
Factory and
dealership here.
UTV pros, but carrying parts isn't.
They the factory had my part in, but they wanted almost $400 for it. So it's my last night here. I ended up going Dell's Power Sports out of Missouri. They got me the 2.0 for $200. I'll have it by Monday, so 3 days from now, so we can keep riding, hitting our trips. Yeah, that could have been kind of a game changer. I broke it right when we got here. You know, we could have had a ruined trip, or I could have. So bring parts, bring water, bring Coors Light if you like that.
Lots of water.
Lots of water.
Yeah.
This is the driest place I think I've ever visited.
Yeah. Stay out of the sand dunes because they suck. That's what.
Yeah, if you're not running sway bars, don't go duning.
Yeah, hit a rock wall under the sand, which is what I think initially snapped this, and then it came out after the maze. No, it was after we got out of the maze,
After.
and then it snapped.
You guys met a lot of nice, kind, friendly people, and on that same note, like, you guys okay with people coming to ride with you or hitting you up in Colorado?
Hell yeah, anytime, anywhere,
Over everything, anything.
wherever we are, let's do it.
Can. We can watch us load these up. We don't always haul like this, but when we do, it's pretty badass. Josh also has a big dually Dodge. This is my dually Ford. I run the Marlin rack. It carries the 2-seater just perfect. Josh has a big rack from
Bear Country Off-Road out of Greeley, Colorado. You contact him. It's a beefy setup. Mine extends all the way over the roof, but I also have a 4-seater dually. It's 3,500 grams. And we both pull well over 30-foot campers, bumper pulls behind it, so it's kind of a sight to see when we're mobbing down the highway with side-by-sides on top of our trucks, pulling pulling the campers. A lot of people stop, point, take pictures, ask us questions. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, we learned this trip that from that rack to that trailer, those ramps all fit perfectly in line.
One shot for the Echo trailer.
So you guys can watch me load this, and then we'll pull those ramps, and you can see Josh pull up right behind it, and this will be our rig on the way home.
This year we're really trying to, film as much as we can and put out as much content as we can. We want to have trails for people to reference if they're going to go on them, know where to go, stuff like that. Everywhere we go, we want to try and document it and pass it on to everybody else that, needs the info. But yeah, we're trying to grow the YouTube channel, so like and subscribe, share it if you like our stuff. We're not really probably going to be ones to crash our machines unless we hit Filthy Rich somehow.
No.
I'm not going to destroy mine unless I can just outright buy another one.
That's the other thing, running one of these racks, I didn't mention, I have a park brake in here. So it's the park brake or spring brake thingy. And when you get up here, it's way more comfortable to hold that brake down with that park brake than it is to use this transmission in park.
My last trip to Moab, I pulled up on mine and forgot to put it in park. With 2 kids standing down there. I got out and it started rolling down. I had to dive back in with flip-flops. I don't recommend flip-flops. Just take them off.
Gosh. And his flip-flops. They're flip-flops.
So I'll put my one flip-flop back on.
Oh, because I got my flip-flop on. Hang on.
Flip-flop climb.
I don't have my flip-flop tank.
Bottom like this, off the showroom floor.
That's it. Of course, tie down.
Yeah, we'll tie them down. The other thing with my rack, because I ended up 81 inches wide, I cut this rack and widened it. Not a big deal, but now when you put these center ramps on, I end up having to strap them down. Usually they're in a perfect channel right here. I went, 4 to 6 inches wider on both of these ramps that came out. We added a bunch of aluminum in here. This whole rack is aluminum from their factory. And I run airbags on this truck. I crank those up with this and pulling him. I have about 85 pounds in the bags on this truck and it stays pretty level. That's pretty much it.
See ya.
See you back in Colorado.
Signing off.
You guys want to do like a
So like
cool
a fade out. Should we like hug?
handshake?
Hug and kiss. One cool high five.
Top Gun high five.
Let's go back to Colorado.